I can remember they giving me 5 plane ticket back to Trinidad. I could go and come 5 times, and they would pay for it all. I think it was 200 quid a week. I mean, it was amazing, lovely contract. I could afford certain things now. My mum could have anything she wanted.
What was the first thing you bought with your £200 a week?
Clothes. Clothes and shoes and everything that I couldn't certainly afford when I was a kid.
And a car?
I was very lucky. I'd been given a company car. A Montego.
Yeah.
Red Montego. H-Reg it was, lovely.
You'd made it, hadn't you?
Oh, I was in the big times there, probably.
Sometimes people here can't move 50 miles without getting homesick. Here we've got a 16, 17-year-old boy who's moving something like 5,000 miles, never even seen snow before. So what was very, very important was that initial early part of almost making sure that we could find a landlady who would almost become a second mum to him.
And when he came, he was a quiet, shy, innocent little boy. Very sad he was.
I got here and the weather was absolutely shocking. It was. I swear to God, I've never seen anything like it. It was hailing and snow everywhere, and I'm thinking, what am I doing here?
A snowy afternoon in the West Midlands is a long, long way from Trinidad and Tobago.
Dwight's seen it for the first time, and he gets up, and Sheila said, "Dwight, it's been snowing." He shot down, he picked it up in his hands and he went,
Off the wall.
"Mums, that's funny, isn't it?" And then, of course, he got all dressed up in Sheila's Wellingtons and heavy coat, and then he went out clearing paths, and he cleared this one, the next door, and across the road there.
And the phone call come through and said, "This is Dave Richardson. Where are you? Why are you not in training?" Sorry? I mean, how can you possibly tell me to come out and train in this? So I'm thinking, no, these guys are crazy. I was determined, though. I was determined to make an impression, to give everything that I possibly could give. And I think that's all down to Bertie Sinclair at that particular time, because he had made me into that person of going there and giving everything that I could, and being determined and saying, these guys are no better than I am. And that was my mentality when I came here.
I'm not going to turn around and say that he's going to be this or he's going to be that, but certainly we think he's got potential, else we wouldn't have offered him the contract.
It would be a different way of life for me, because as you can see that the English style of football is much different from the Caribbean. So I have to get adapted to it, really.
Dwight came into that season and made the odd substitute appearance and the odd first team appearance. And when he watches this video, I hope he remembers not picking up Peter Reid, of all people, when Peter Reid came through and scored a goal and Manchester City beat us 2-1 at home.
Onto the right foot against the post, Peter Reid!
I just remember, Dwight boy, you can remember out on that left flank, you never pick Reid up.